Welcome to Paws Portraits with your hostess, Becky Lipinski. And now, here's Becky.
Today, we are going to do this. So far, the information will be off of what we talked about on Wednesday about the tomcat. So if you were paying attention on Wednesday, then you should know the answers. Okay, the first question. A tomcat is an unusual male cat, and it's not a female. Is that true or false? That is true. That I always thought that they were a breed of cat, but they are not. Okay, another question. All male cats are tomcats. Is that true or false? That is false. Not all male cats are tomcats. Okay, another question. A tomcat's head and shoulders are bigger due to testosterone. Is that true or false? That is true. Okay, another one. A tomcat roams for miles searching for females, neutering and reduces roaming. Is that true or false? That is true. Number 5, a tomcat does not fight. They don't fight at all. That is false. It says that they compete over territory, mates, food, and dominance. They often growl and posture before fighting. Okay, another one, neutering often reduces spleen. Is that true or false? That is true. Okay, tomcats do not have excellent memories or skilled hunters or some help care for kittens. Is that true or false? That is false. They do have excellent memories and are skilled hunters and help care for kids. Oh, and they also communicate with sounds and body language, powerful sense of smell with their whisper and navigation. And they have very unique personalities. Okay, another myth versus fact. So, tell if this is a myth or a fact. So, tomcats are not always aggressive. Is that a myth or a fact? That is a fact. Many are affectionate. They can live with other cats. Orange cats are usually better, but not always. What? Oh, orange cats are usually but not always male. Now another true false question. Tomcats are not loving cats. Is that true or false? That is false. It says that they are loving pets. That they are loving cats. And the last true false jowls are part of a tomcat's feet. Is that true or false? That is false. The jowls are the broad cheeks. That's another name for their broad cheeks. Now I'm going to read you guys a story about a tomcat that I found online earlier. Okay, apparently. Okay, here it is. So I really can't find the story, but it was about this owner, and it was when she was growing up, and she was inside the house, and her mom was doing yard work outside, and so she heard like a noise in the house, and she was in the other room, and she just tried to ignore it, but then she heard the noise again. Okay, here it is. So it says, this happened in the summer years ago, but one I'll never forget. My mother was outside doing chores as I was in the house. Some time passed, and I started hearing strange noises that I could not identify. I started looking around through the windows and front door, so I went about doing whatever, but the noises were getting louder, so I thought maybe they were coming from our garage. Well, I was shocked to see my mom on the floor, unable to get up, and with garbled speech. As a nurse, I immediately called 911. Although this American cat, Smokey, was practically on top of her. Well, I thought, let me get my mom's blood pressure. Well, I wasn't able to do despite a few attempts because I couldn't get my mother's arm. I couldn't get in my mother's arms because Smokey wouldn't let me get to her. Every time he moved where I was so close to my mother's side. Okay, so 911 arrives, trying to pick him up didn't help as he refused to leave my mother's side. I didn't worry as I figured the male members could pick him up easily. Well, they did just that, but Smokey wasn't going to move away from my mother. He just kept returning to her, getting in the member's way. Here I am thinking she needs to get to the hospital as soon as possible, and they couldn't do much, so in comes the stretcher and finally had her on the bed, ready to run her to the ambulance. When we all realized Smokey jumped into the ambulance and they attempt to grab him and sent him under the front seat. And their attempts, he somehow bumped a button, starting the flashing lights. I have neighbors up the street coming down the street to the scene. They finally captured him and they closed the door so quick and finally got on the road. Smokey was very quiet for hours. Just a final note. Mom thankfully wasn't in the hospital too long as I demanded she be released and I would arrange care and therapy there while in the hospital. Mother is constantly mumbling, Smicky, as her speech was still abnormal, so she was calling the cat Smicky now. I knew exactly what she meant, so home she comes, and in a flash, Smokey was by her head in the hospital bed. While my mother was crying, Smokey was meowing. And I thought, well, I certainly did the right thing. Mom calling him Smicky through the tears. One experience I will never forget. I need not tell you that both were together throughout her illness. Wow. Just imagine it. A cat I taught him something that needs to go to the hospital. And he wouldn't move either. That's a pretty funny story. But it's amazing, he thought that he had to protect her and take care of her. Well, if you guys have like any funny like pet stories like that, just share them down below. And then on Monday we will start some new activities and talk about a new pet of the week. If you guys would be interested in being on the show, just comment down below and we can arrange that. I hope that you guys have a good weekend and stay dry. It was raining earlier here. I will talk to you guys on Monday. Bye.